This is Michael Orrell of MobileBurn.com. Today we're looking at the Sprint version of the HTC Snap, also known as the S511. This is a Windows Mobile 6.1 powered device, runs standard edition, so there's no touchscreen. You can see it has a new QWERTY keyboard layout. The keys are actually offset. They're no longer in a grid formation. Takes a little bit getting used to, but it's more natural and it more closely matches that of a standard PC keyboard. See, on the back we've got a 2.0 megapixel fixed focus camera. It's a nice look on the back. It's semi-gloss at the bottom and a gloss black on the back. Speaker port right here. Nothing on the right edge. On the left edge, a little more than the volume controllers. Now, unlike the original HTC Snap, which has a trackball controller, as does the Dash 3G version that's coming out for T-Mobile, Sprint chose to go with a more traditional regular D-pad controller. At least they did maintain the offset keys, though. The Verizon version of the device, which is coming up, actually is probably going to have a grid layout. If we take a closer look at the keyboard, you can see that down here, the bottom right-hand corner is HTC's inner circle icon. And what this does is allows you to get quick access to messages just from a particular small group of preferred contacts. And we'll show you how that works in a second. We're going to press the inner circle button, bring up that view of the email box. You can see we've got 3 messages in here, 1 from me, 2 from the Gmail team. You can read these normally. You can also hit the left soft key to go into the full email box. You can see that we actually have a lot more messages than that in play, and that the My Circle system just keeps it filtered so you can see the messages that are just from the people that are important to you. Go back to the main email box just to see some messages. Let's look at some document files. We've got some test attachments here. Spreadsheet. Office doc. Also see some formatted text. You can see there's HTML support. See the colors, bolds, different font sizes, italics, all that kind of stuff. Messages look pretty nice. When you have multiple accounts defined on the device, you can just go left or right on the D-pad to switch between accounts. So I can go from Gmail to SMS to Outlook, Exchange email, and back, or left works just as well. There are plenty of keyboard shortcuts that can be used in the mail system as well. Unfortunately, they require use of the function key. So if I want to mark a message read or unread, I have to hit function first and then hold down 3. On other devices, you can do it just with the letter keys, so you don't have to use the function key, which is a heck of a lot easier, more intuitive. But overall, Windows Mobile's messaging system is pretty easy to use. We'll go through some of the panels on the sliding panel's home screen. You can see the time up top, some events, missed voicemails, calls, things like that. Calendar appointments, you scroll left and right on the D-pad to go through the various entries. So you can see we have lunch with Jack Black today and have to pick up Junior at daycare. Message notifications. Email messages that have come in, so you can see all the different messages right here without having to go into the inbox. Can configure weather, get quick access to your favorites, and then there's also some nice setup guides here for the beginning user. And once you've gone through and used them all, you can just say get rid of it and it'll remove it from the home screen altogether. Quick access to profiles, just click on it with the center button, select it. You can also get the settings like the comm manager, and put the phone into airplane mode, turn Bluetooth on or off, direct push for the exchange support, whatever. You can always go to all settings by hitting the right soft key. And you can also select ringtones, background image, or go to the task manager to see which applications are currently running. We'll quickly run through the main menu just so you can see which applications there. By default, when you first pull up the start menu, it shows you recently accessed apps. You can always hit the left soft key to get to the full list. You can see we've got Windows Live IM support, Active Sync, voice dialing, the Adobe Reader we saw earlier, a number of different applications, including even some sound settings, Google applications, things like that. and of course some of the Sprint apps like NASCAR and NFL Mobile Live, Sprint Music. We're going to add a city to the weather panel. Warns us about some data. We'll put PHIL so as we can find Philadelphia. Select that. And we should get the weather coming up in a second. Go down to bookmarks. Go to the Mobile Burn homepage. We've pulled up the full version of the Mobile Burn website, and while it takes a long time to render, partly due to the data, but largely due to CPU, you can see it does a very nice job of rendering the site the way it's supposed to look. I'm going to zoom out and see what happens here, get a better view. Move this little window around, pick a point where we want to view it. Hit the center select button, and there we are. So the zooming's not all that intuitive, a little difficult to use, but it does a really nice job of rendering the site. It's much better than the old Pocket IE that we've seen in prior versions of the Windows mobile devices. So that's our look at the HTC S511 Snap for Sprint. It's available in Sprint stores now for $149.99 after instant and mail-in rebates. I'm Michael Orrell for MobileBurn.com.